Welcome. This is the Story Barn, and I am Mary-Eileen McClear. I'm a storyteller, and the Story Barn, which is here in Baden, in our backyard, has been going for 23 years. And in that time, we have had monthly sessions where people can come out and tell stories and listen to stories and just become a part of the community that forms and reforms every single month. We have courses out here, we have workshops for people who want to learn a little bit more about storytelling. And for people who are really committed to it, we have the Baden Storytellers Guild. Now when you come to Heart and Hand, you'll meet some of the Baden Storytellers Guild. 9 of us will be telling stories over the course of the day, and we're looking forward to seeing you there. But just to give you a little bit of a incentive, maybe, to come, I'll tell you a part of a story. Not the whole story, just a part. And if you want to hear how the story ends, well then I will see you on Saturday. The story starts, of course, once upon a time. Once upon a time in northern Ontario, quite a long time ago, a man named Thomas McCarty held his newborn son in his arms. He looked down at that squalling red face and the little fists all tight and balled up. And he said, as every father says to his newborn son, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, you can do it, and you can be it. And he meant it. But in his heart of hearts, Thomas McCarty knew what he wanted his son to do and be. You see, Thomas McCarty loved music. Oh, he couldn't sing, he couldn't carry a tune in a handbasket, as they say, but he loved music, and because he had been poor growing up, he didn't have the time or the money to learn any kind of an instrument. But to his mind, there was nothing finer than to be a fiddler. A fiddler. If you were a fiddler, you had the love and respect of the community. You always had a little bit of money in your pocket, because you always needed a fiddler, didn't you? Why, you need a fiddler when someone is born. You need a fiddler when someone is waked. You need a fiddler for weddings and dances and parties and all of those things. And if his son could be a fiddler, why, Thomas McCarty was sure he would be the finest fiddler. And so he named his little boy Tommy Mac, and he said, Tommy Mac, you shall be the finest fiddler in all of this place. And Tommy Mac grew up. Well, not up, but to 5 years old, and his father made a little child-sized fiddle for him, put it into his hands on his 5th birthday, took his son by the hand, took him down the street to a fine fiddler who also taught. And although the boy was young to start, they thought they'd try him, and so Tommy Mac put the fiddle underneath his chin, and oh, he picked up that bow and seemed to know just what to do, and he worked away at the strings with great enthusiasm, and the strings broke.